Would an expanded war with Iran bring back the draft? Right now, the evidence says no. There is no public proposal from the White House, the Pentagon, or Congress to resume conscription. But that does not mean the United States has unlimited manpower, or that an expanded ground war would leave the all-volunteer force unchanged. So who would fight if the conflict grows? First come active duty forces already assigned to the region, followed by additional units moved from other commands. That can increase combat power quickly, but it also pulls aircraft, ships, air defenses, logistics units, and personnel away from other global commitments. Second are the National Guard and military reserves. Guard aircraft and personnel have already supported the Iran operation, and selected Guard units have received mobilization orders for overseas deployment. This is not a draft. These service members volunteered and remain part of the military's existing reserve structure. Third is the Individual Ready Reserve, or IRR. These are former active duty or reserve personnel who still have a military service obligation, but usually do not drill with a unit. Pentagon policy now describes the IRR more explicitly as a mobilization asset. That makes it a manpower option if the conflict expands. But as of July 27, 2026, there is no evidence of a broad IRR recall for the Iran war. What about selective service? Selective service never disappeared. Most men between 18 and 25 are already legally required to register. The new automatic registration system is an administrative change, not activation of a draft. Registration creates a database. It does not issue induction orders. An actual draft would be a much bigger step. Congress would have to authorize conscription, and the president would have to approve it. The selective service system would then establish the induction process. That legal and political threshold has not been crossed, and there is no credible indication that it is about to be. The more realistic question is not whether draft notices are coming tomorrow. It is how far Washington can expand the war using active duty forces, the Guard, the reserves, and possibly selective IRR recalls, without weakening other missions or overloading the all-volunteer force. That is where the real pressure point lies. A limited air and naval campaign can be sustained with a relatively small number of specialized forces. A prolonged occupation, protection of shipping routes, or large ground operation would demand far more people and create much harder political choices. Bottom line, no, the United States is not currently preparing a draft, but reserve mobilization is real, IRR planning matters, and every expansion of the war increases the strain on the force already serving. The draft is the last step, not the next one.